All right. Some key things that you need to know. Point out the sonic is X and the Zent is Y. And that the shelf space is up to 20.
Yes, sir.
So
I finished trying to
bear those key information in mind. And the equation here would be X plus Y. So that's the first equation, X plus Y. This is key. Up to. What does up to mean?
Equal to?
Inequality we're talking about. Up to. What do you understand by up to in linear programming?
More than or equal to. Sorry, less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to.
Sir.
It means that it cannot hold no more than 20. Up to means that no more than 20 can be held on the shelf. So X plus Y must be less than or equals to 20. Somebody was calling?
No, sir.
Next constraint is that the owner of the shop must spend $150 on a sonic radio and $300 on a Zent radio, and she has $4,500 to spend. Right? So she has $4,500 to spend and $150 for each sonic, $300 for each Zent. What is the inequality that you're going to write here? What's the inequality you're going to write here?
Sir, can you put X open bracket 150 plus Y open bracket, well, Y 300 plus X 150 is less than or equal to 4,500?
So it's 300 Y. No, let's. So it's
300X, man.
It's Zent is X. No man. Sonic is X. So it's 150X. 150X. 300Y. 300Y. She has only 4,500, so can't exceed 4,500. So this is going to be less than or equals to 4,500. These figures are this figure is too big a figure to graph. So we have to simplify our equation. simplify the equation, I am going to divide the equation by 150. So I would get x plus 2y is less than or equals to 30. Understands that? I'm simplifying the equation. So I'm going to divide by 150. When I do that, I get x plus 2y is less than or equals to 30. Everybody understands that?
So is it necessary for me to simplify it?
Don't get that.
Is it necessary for me to simplify it?
Repeat clearly, because I'm not hearing you clearly. Or send a message. Send a text message because I'm not hearing you clearly.
Yes, sir, understood.
One person understand, anybody else? At all times when you get these massive equations, these monstrous equations, inequalities, you simplify it. Yes, you have to simplify it because you can't graph it. You can't graph the 4,500. All right, so best to simplify. So now the next part says the owner of the shop decides to stock at least 6 and at least 6 again. As for 2 inequalities, and these 2 inequalities are, one is x, and I'm putting the 6 here, and the other is y, and I'm putting the 6 here. Give me now the inequality sign that is going to be for each of these. At least it must be greater than or equals to. Is greater than or equals to. No more than is less than or equals to. So remember now, if you see at least, it's greater than, that means say enough to go less than that. It means you can't go over it. Any question? Talk to me. Any question? Clear to everybody? I'm only getting response from 2 or 3 persons.
Sorry, understood.
So in this one now, you're asked to use 2 centimeters on both axes to represent 5. So each of the axes must go up by 5. See if we cannot draw this line straight. Oh. So I have labeled my axes. This is Y and this is X. So I've labeled my axes. To put in my Y equals to 6 and my X equals to 6. So let's say it's about here. Let's say it's about here for my X, for my Y, and about here for my X. I'm trying. Everybody gets that? So this is my two line, not straight.
Yes, sir.
All right. We have x plus y equals 20, right? Guys, x plus y equals
Yes, sir.
20. All right, a little trick where that is concerned. Anytime you get an equation or inequality
Sir, it's not equal 20.
of the
It's less
nature,
than or equal.
right? Anytime you get an inequality of that nature, x plus y equals something, then you don't even have to work out anything. You just draw a line from what it is equals to on the x to what it is equals to on the y. So in this case, it's a line from 20 on the y to 20 on the x. So it's a line from 20 on the y to 20 on the x, like that. So anytime you get a line of this nature, say it was x plus y being greater than or equals to 8. And it's going to be from 8 on the x to 8 on the y. Anytime you get an inequality looking like this to graph, it is this number that is out here on the x to this number that is out there on the y. Question? Anybody? Any question?
So which equation just does the diagonal line represent, you said?
Equation x plus y being less than or equals to 20.
In less than or
Emphasizing it
equal to what?
to 20.
Oh.
And I'm emphasizing it anytime you get an inequality of that nature, it is the number that it is equated to or inequated to. You run it from that number on the y-axis to that number on the x-axis.
So where did that equation come from? That inequality?
First say that the shelf can only hold 20 radius, no more than 20 radius or up to 20 radius. So the total amount
Yes,
of the
sir.
radio is 20. Therefore, x plus y must be less than or equals to 20.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
The other inequality that we have.
X plus 2y is less than or equal to 13.
X plus 2y is equals to 30.
Yes, sir.
Is equal to 30.
Less than or equal to 30.
Less than or equal to 30. So exam and you're struggling to determine how we are going to do this thing here, you use less time, using less time, right? When I finish this, I'll go back to that. I'll answer your question when I'm through with this because I'm going to rupture the graph. All right. All right. When you get an equation like this, look at it keenly. This, I can tell you that this is going to be a line that is running from 30 on the X to 15 on the Y. Because when I put X as 0, I'm getting 2Y being less than or equal to 30. So Y is going to be 15. These are little things that you should try and practice to know. And so when Y is equal to 0, and I put in Y here, I'm going to be left with X being equal to 30. So I want you to look at the pattern. If I have 2x plus y equals 30, it is the x that is going to be the 15 and the y is going to be the 30. So this number, the coefficient at the particular variable, will tell you what the variable will, the line, where the line is going to come from that variable. So for x plus 2y being greater than or equals to 30, it is a line that is going to run from 30 on the x and 15 on the y. So here is, no, undo that line. So no, I want it neater than that. Sorry to. That's the neatest I can get it. So this is the graph. This is how your graph should look. You're doing it on a graph sheet, so your graph is going to be much neater than mine. All right. The graph is going to be much neater than mine.
Sir.
Everybody gets their graph looking like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the next step is to identify the area that is bounded by the 4 lines in this case. You're given 4 inequalities, 4 lines. If you are given 3 inequalities, 3 lines. So the points that you are going to identify would be right here, right here, right here, right here where it meets, and right here. So this area, CSEC will tell you to put in the letter S. That area is the area that is bounded by all 4 lines. Clear enough to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Any question from anybody?
Sir, so in an exam, if they ask the region that satisfies all the inequalities, it will be S
Right.
in this case.
In this
Okay.
case, sometimes they will ask you to put the letter S in the area that is that satisfies all 4 constraints. It is this area that you put the S in. All right. So you need to write down all of these coordinates for me. All right, let me go back to the question. So everybody gets this, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody write down the coordinates already.
No, sir, my screen went blank. I'm waiting for it. Oh, yes, sir.
Difficult as you think it is, it only takes certain amount of practice to get it, and once you get it, it is seamless. Plus 300y. So 150x plus 300y is less than 4,500, right? Or remember, I say that it is difficult to plot this 4,500, so you simplify it. You divide this equation now by 150. When you divide it by 150, you get x plus 2y being less than or equals to 30. So that's how we get our x plus 2y being less than or equals to 30. Everybody understands that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You all calculate the profit, the maximum profit.
Sir, I don't have a scale graphic, so I don't have I didn't get the points of this, the coordinates, sorry.
Okay, but you can work it.
The maximum.
Yes. Rihanna. She's there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are the coordinates?
The coordinates.
Mhm.
5 and 5 and 6. Wait, no. 6 and 6.
6 and 6. Wait there. It's
Sir, 6 and 6.
6 and 6. So 6, 6.
6 and hold on. 10.5, 11.
6 and 11.5.
6 and 11.5.
No, I don't think it's 11.5. Wait, hold on.
All right.
$12.
6 and 12.
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir, it's 12.
All right, 6 and 12. Mm-hmm. Next one. There's 4 of them. What are the other 2?
Sir,
One is
14
10
and
and
6,
10.
sorry.
One is 10 and 10.
10 and 10.
Yeah, one is 10 and 10, and the other one is 14 and 6.
10 and 10. Then 14, 6.
Yes, sir.
All right. So give me the equation now. P equals 80x plus 100y.
Yes, sir.
80x because the profit on the each Sonic is $80 plus 100y because the profit on each Zend is $100. So now for those who weren't here this morning when we did one, you would put in each of these coordinates. Remember, coordinate is x and y, is xy, right? So coordinate is xy. So where, like for example, in this case, where x is, where this is 6, 6, so x is 6, y is 6, you put 6 here, so 6 here, so and work it out. You don't have to show the exam, the person who's marking your exam paper, all 4 working. You can do all 4 working roughly, and then the one that gives you the maximum value, you write the working for that one on the paper. Make sure when you're answering part 2 of C that you use the unit, and the unit is dollars. Make sure you do that. All right. So calculate now
Yes,
the
sir.
maximum value, the maximum profit for me.
So I'm guessing 1,800.
Can you explain how
Yes.
you, no, don't, because we have 1 more minute. So when we come back, then you're going to explain to me how you get that. All right.
Okay. Okay, sir, no problem.